This is the fourth floor of Oswalds Mill. This is the one that was the most difficult, took the most time. We insulated against the slate roof and then plastered over that foam insulation and then sculpted this, which took like 1,000 hours. You could have just put sheetrock, but then it would look like, everything else, like sheetrock. I really feel very, very good in this space. It also sounds very good. And I was thinking, about this video, and what popped into my head was some of my favorite things. And, that's the song lyrics from a movie. And then I realized, oh, that's the sound of music. But really, this is all like some of my favorite things. These are, Chinese pillows. You put your head on that to go to sleep. It's actually a good idea. And these sculptures from a lost culture in Central Africa, Kambu, I think. No one knows anything about these people or about the sculptures, but they're clearly indicative of another state of being, actually a state that I'd like to visit. Nepalese yak butter tools that actually used to pull a rope. I'm not really an expert on Nepalese yak butter production, but these things are just so beautiful, some of my favorite things. But, you're probably interested in the audio. So, that's the best sounding amplifier Macintosh ever made, by far. It's also the only cool looking one, in my opinion. And this rack, things cycle in and out of this, but this rack definitely has some of my favorite things. Thorn's TD-124 idler drive turntable Techniques Mark III, completely original system. Actually, this is a slate CD player we made in the very beginning. Made 2 of those and never again. Telefunken V87 phonostages. And these, the Macintosh, and this is an amazing tuner preamp. That's the only other Macintosh thing that I think is interesting. Stuff like this. These are real Williamson triode connected amps, the Williamson linear circuit. These only produce about 8 or 10 watts, is the other one. But the sound is just amazing, especially connected to something like, this. These are really, really special because the driver is the RCA LC1 in the A version, which Harry Olson designed as the broadcast monitor for the post-war period. I think probably the best monitor speaker ever built. The enclosures, and we have many of them, were pretty standard reflex enclosures. Nothing really too special about them. They were well designed. But Harry Olson had a design for an extremely complex corner horn. And this goes back a long ways because the other corner horn is of course, Paul Klipsch. But this corner horn, he designed it. And my mentor and horn designer, Bill Woods, was given the pencil drawing by Harry Olson for these corner horns. And Bill built one, and I built these. So there's probably only 3 of these in existence. And this is the most remarkable sound, imaginable, given the size of it. They're pretty big and they need to go in corners, but incredible sound, very efficient. These amps, which are 75 years old, these are also probably 70 or 75 years old. The sound is so much better than just about anything that you can find today. It's the sound that is the reference for us. If we're not making something at this level, or hopefully a little bit better, then we should just go home. And I think that's a very different approach to audio than most manufacturers.